welcome back. Now, I'll tell you something, Jannetta's really got my attention going on these Aeolian Islands. Now, let's just have a little bit more of a conversation about this because they're quite fascinating. Now, just tell me, how far are they actually from the main island?
Well, you can get there by hydrofoil and you can catch it in various places. There's Reggio Calabria, Calabria there, or you can go and catch it from Milazzo, Sicily.
This is like the northernmost point.
Yes, it's actually this little point here.
Yes.
And there's this scioglilingua, this Italian tongue twister that goes, sulla punta di Milazzo c'è un cane pazzo, tieni pazzo cane questo pezzo di pane.
That's why you can't understand the Sicilians. And tell me, what is their main livelihood? I guess all the islands are different, yes?
Well, tourism is the main one.
Tell me about the black sand.
The black sands in Vulcano. Well, you know we have beautiful, rich golden soil here in Australia. In Vulcano, it's black, and it's a little bit coarser. But the worst thing is that when you actually get wet and it sticks to you, you look a bit dirty. But it's
is it all volcanic ash, isn't it?
Yeah, volcanic ash and all different types of things that come out of the volcano. For instance, Lipari has got a whole. Half of it's like full of pumice, pomice, which is all white, the white sort of light. And
a thriving industry, isn't it?
It's a second industry, apart from tourism in Lipari. And of course, Stromboli, talking about eruptions and volcanoes, Stromboli is the third active volcano in Italy.
And why are they still living there?
Well, because they're used to it. They love it. They've always lived there, and they're not going anywhere, Caterina.
They're not going anywhere.
They build their houses on one side of the island, so they're virtually
safe. That's the assumption that the volcano will erupt on the other side. Is that a scientific fact?
Well, no, not necessarily, but they do get warned. There is a war. They get warned, and they can leave the island when there is a warning. And there's stuff happening under the sea. Yeah. So I don't know when the next one sort of.
I guess this is what Italians are about. They love their country, so it doesn't matter if there's an erupting volcano. And on that note, I think we're going to go into our final recipe, I Sfinci di San Giuseppe. And of course, San Giuseppe, I think that's a feast that happens on March the 19th, very important day. And of course, he was like the revered father or patron saint of the week. And the thing is about these Sfinci, and I know with Sicilians they've got cannoli and le zeppole, but the Sfinci are probably the most loved. Is that correct? Now, just let me ask you on that note, how do you take your Sfinci?
I like mine shaken. How would you like yours?
Not stirred.
No,
I love it.
No, actually, my favourite are the ones that my Marilina makes, and she makes them with pumpkin and sultanas. And the vino cotto over the top.
Oh, yum. Isn't that wonderful? And of course, we're going to be using ricotta on this recipe because I guess it's a bit more traditional. And the word actually, Sfinci, comes from the Arabic word meaning light and airy. And if you ever get a chance to taste them, you'll see what we mean. So let's go see La Comare, I love that word.
Comare Lina.
Attack these Sfinci.
We've got 500 grams of milk.
Now, have you warmed that milk up?
We're going to warm it up now.
Okay.
Okay, we've got 500 grams of milk and we've got 70 grams of sugar. We're going to pop it in the milk and we're going to dissolve milk and sugar together till it's just warm. So we're going to pour the milk and sugar that we dissolved in the milk into our basin. 4 eggs. We're going to put the 4 eggs and the ricotta in as well. 500 grams of ricotta in with the milk. Don't break it up, just leave it whole as much as you can.
So the actual flavour of the ricotta goes into the actual donut itself?
It does, yes, it does. I'm going to break 4 eggs into the bowl.
I have noticed that none of these desserts that we've been doing take salt. Very unusual.
I have got a pinch of salt in our flour and baking. And
I knew you had some secrets that you weren't telling us about.
We come into that now. Right, we slightly just beat the eggs into the ricotta mix and the milk. Okay.
So you don't want the ricotta to break up at all? You want to make it textural? Okay, all right.
Then we've got the baking powder, we've got the flour, and a pinch of salt.
Now, what are the quantities of flour?
It's got 500 grams, 640 grams of plain flour, and we've got
20 grams.
20 grams of the baking powder and just a pinch of salt, just a little bit of salt. So we're going to sift it through. Just a pinch, okay? Just sift it through. Okay, that's enough for that. Now,
Oh, well, what do you mean it's enough of that? We're not using all of it.
We are going to use it, but for the moment, we'll
You know, when
leave
we
it
go home, it won't work, just so you know. It's not going to work.
So with our mix master, we slightly just beat it.
That's a great thing about Italy. They have so many religious days, and they have all these things that I guess they're sort of celebrating all year. Italians are good at that, aren't
Oh, very good at it, yeah. And just we'll put a bit of vanilla essence in it. And there's your speech, and then we fry them. Just a drop. When the oil is ready, if you want to test it to see if it's warm enough, I'm just going to put a little bit of bread in it until it goes golden brown.
they? But can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What sort of oil are you using?
We are using vegetable oil.
Now, are these a dessert or a sweet that should be eaten on the day that it's made, or do you leave
Yes,
it?
no, it's nicer on the day when it's made. The next day, it's all right, but it's not as, it's a little bit harder. But on the day when it's made, it's beautiful. It's like a donut. So
Yes.
the bread is golden brown. So you know the oil is ready. Spoon,
Maybe
Full?
turn it around because it's more.
and just slightly with the other one, dab it in. Or dessert spoon. That's a bit bigger than a teaspoon.
Lena, is there a traditional size?
It's really
Big or
up.
small,
It's
doesn't matter.
really up to you. If you like big, small, it's up to you what you prefer.
I guess once again, all over Italy, they have other versions of this.
Oh, they do. They have the pumpkin one. They
They
have
do.
sultanas. Yeah, quite a few different versions of them.
In the north where my grandmother came from, she would always put in sultanas and sometimes grated apple
Yeah.
or grated apricots and stuff. Or,
Pine nuts.
Cannoli.
Anchovies?
Yeah, anchovies.
Oh, yes. Oh, they're fabulous.
So they're frying nicely golden brown. We've got our ricotta spinach. We'll pop them in some sugar. Just roll them. And we just pop them on our plate. And that's our finished product.
So, here we go. And Jannetta, you know, some wonderful biscotti require a great drink. And of course, we're going to be having this beautiful passito. Now, I really want to extend a big thank you to your president, Tony Mandarano, and I hope you will allow us to come back and sample some more recipes and maybe do some filming with some of these wonderful comari.
Absolutely, Caterina. You're welcome here anytime.
And how can people access any of these recipes?
Well, we have a website that you can go to, which not only you can access the recipes, but any other upcoming events. And that is www.eolianmelbourne.com.
That's fantastic. That's a hard word, Eolian.
E-O-L-I-E.
And on that note, grazie mille volte. Alla prossima. Buon
Cin cin.
appetito a tutti. Ciao. Buonasera.
Salute.